to experience. Now, the beauty behind this is I want you to imagine something for me. I want you to imagine that you're at home and you suddenly feel like experiencing ice cream, or you feel like having ice cream. You feel like having ice cream. You can say that because you already have the ice cream. You never say, oh, I really want ice cream. If only I could have it. If only I could do this, because that wouldn't make any sense. The ice cream is in your refrigerator. All you have to do is go and have it. You feel like ice cream. Say, for instance, you feel like going for a walk. I feel like going for a walk. You can do this because that is within your capability. You can experience a walking because it's right outside your door. If you say you feel like having a hamburger tonight, you can do that because you have the hamburger. It's already in your ownership. You just desire to experience. So when you move that to the next level, you can say things like, I feel like making a certain amount of money a week. I feel like having this body. I feel like this. I feel like experiencing this. I feel like experiencing that. I feel like experiencing this. Every time you do that, you're creating the feeling that you already have it, but now you just want to experience it. So I really recommend you practice using this. It's very, very useful and very, very powerful. Say, for instance, you're making, I don't know, say you're making $5,000 a month and you want to experience making $20,000 a month. So then you would say, I feel like experiencing making $20,000 a month. I feel like having the experience of making $20,000 a month. Just by saying those words, it shifts your frequency. By you saying, I feel like having the experience of this, you're creating a feeling that you already have it, but now you want to experience it. That subtle shift in your language can actually create a subtle shift in your energetic feeling, which will actually give you what you want to do. This is actually really, really important for people to understand. They just don't understand this. So I really want to emphasize this to you. I mentioned this in my last video, but it's so important that you guys understand this. Another thing that's very important for you to understand is people will always say, well, how can I have this? How can I have a certain situation without imposing upon the free will of another person? Now, if you listen very carefully, you will experience an understanding of what I'm about to say. Okay. In a previous video, I told you that we always go in and out of parallel universes all the time. We do these in clusters. Okay. So people are always making it such a big deal. How do I travel parallel universes? You're actually doing it all the time. You see, the universe you're experiencing now is a cluster of realities that you're bouncing back and forth all the time, but the variations are so small and so minute you don't even notice it. And this happens with people all the time. And in every reality, there's a variation of that same person that you know. There's a variation that person likes you, they don't like you, or they're nice to you, or they're not nice to you. Okay, so everything that you do, you're going to either create a reality or you're going to shift yourself into a reality that confirms your beliefs based upon what it is you believe. Say, for instance, you have the bad habit of always saying, if only this person can help me, if only I could have this help, if only he could understand me, if I could get him to understand me, if I could get him to help me, then things would be so much better. Every time you do that, you are creating a feeling within yourself, a very large resonant frequency, which creates a reality where you will either attract the person, you'll attract that quality from the person so they can't give you what you want or they don't understand you, or you will shift into a reality where the person doesn't understand you. Now here's where things get really, really interesting. Simply by saying, I feel like experiencing a reality where everyone understands me. I feel like experiencing a reality where I have everything I need. What's going to happen is you're actually going to shift into a reality. You're not even going to realize you do it. You're going to wake up one day and that person is going to be really nice to you. They're going to give you everything you've ever wanted. And in your mind, you'll say, oh my God, I've actually changed this person, right? You will only change that person if it's within their co-creation, their ability to have reality, their ability to co-create a reality with you that is compatible with their free will. If it's not, then what you're going to do is you're going to shift into a reality where then you meet a version of that person who is appealing to you, who does give you what you want, because the universe always conforms to you what it is you feel inside. Now, the beauty of this is that you can have whatever you want without imposing upon the free will of another person, because all you'll merely do is shift into a parallel universe where that person will give you what you want. But in your mind, it will just seem like that person suddenly changed. Now, keep in mind, you're not always going to shift, but you will shift if it's not possible for you to have an encounter with a person based upon the way they are. So say, for instance, you have someone who's just, you're in a reality and you keep saying to yourself, I'm not understood, I can't have what I want, I can never have what I want in life. If only this person could understand me, I can make money. If only this person could understand me and listen to me, I'll be free. What the universe is basically hearing you say is, I don't have this. No one listens to me. I don't have anything. I don't have whatever I want. I'm enslaved. This universe is a big virtual reality system. So whatever you feel, it's going to give that back to you, right? Just by merely you saying that, I can't have this. If only the person would do this. If only the person would listen to me. How many times have you experienced something like that? Now, merely by daily saying to yourself, I would like to experience a reality where this happens. I would like to experience a reality where that happens. What's going to happen is one of two things are going to happen. The person will actually change to meet your new reality. But if it's not possible for that person to change, you're going to shift into a reality where that person does meet your reality. Now, I know this is a lot for you guys, so just soon you'll experience a deep understanding as you think about this, as I'm speaking to you now. But there's a beauty behind this. Let's think about the beauty of this. How many of you ever wanted to start a business, right? But you're afraid of, what if I don't have customers? What if no one wants to buy from me? What if no one listens to me? What if there's a recession and no one has the money to buy from me, right? So you're going to, by having these thoughts, you're going to go into a resonant frequency of the reality that confirms this to you. But what if you say daily as you go to sleep, what if you just say, I feel like experiencing reality where I have tons of customers who have all the money in the world to give to me. I feel like experiencing a reality where I have everyone who everyone wants what I have to offer. Now, a lot of people will say, well, and I'm covering a lot of topics here, but try to stay with me here. I shouldn't say try, I say experience staying with me. So imagine that you're going to sleep at night, and a lot of people have trouble holding the feeling. They'll be like, well, how do I hold the feeling of having this happen? It's because they overly complicate things in their mind, all right? They're like, they watch too many Zen Buddhist movies, they watch too many Hollywood special effects nonsense that say they have to like, whatever it is, they have a belief in their minds that make things overly complicated. So if you have problems holding the feeling, then just repeat what you want. So say, for instance, you want to have a new Porsche, all right? But you can't hold the feeling because in your mind, you're like, well, I don't have a Porsche. How's it going to happen? Every time you try to hold the feeling of the Porsche in your mind, you just keep thinking, I don't have a Porsche. This doesn't make any sense, right? So instead of holding the feeling, all you have to say is, I feel like having the experience of a Porsche. I feel like having the experience of a Porsche. I feel like experiencing a Porsche. I feel like experiencing owning a Porsche. If you just keep saying that until you drift off, eventually it's going to create the same effect within you. So the problem's solved. But anyways, once you do this, what's going to happen is that you're going to send out a resonant frequency out into the universe, right? For those that can give you what you want, they're immediately going to give you what you want. They're going to respond to you in a way that you want them to respond. However, if that's not possible, what's going to happen is you're actually going to shift into another universe. And you're not even going to realize it. And in that universe, people are going to actually start giving you what you want. They're going to respond to you in the way you want. They're going to give you everything you want. So with this knowledge, theoretically, you can do anything, you can have anything, you can experience anything you want without actually imposing on the free will of another person, because all you're really going to do is shift into a reality where that person exists and they're able to give you what you want. How amazing is that? So theoretically, you can have any experience you want. You're no longer limited by the option of like, well, how do I win the lottery when millions of other people are playing? All you have to do is say, I feel like having the experience of winning the lottery. You hold that feeling long enough and you will shift into a reality where you win the lottery. But in your mind, nothing will have ever changed. This may seem impossible to you, but you're actually doing this every week. Like every week, you're actually shifting in and out of realities. But the differences are so minor that unless you look for them, you're not going to see them. So once you understand this, it's actually possible for everyone to win the lottery, because everyone's going to shift into a reality where they win the lottery, but in their minds, they're actually going to stay in this reality. And when you think about how powerful that is, that means literally you can do and have whatever you want without imposing upon the free will of another person, because you're merely going to experience a reality where that's possible. So I think I've covered everything in this lecture. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know your thoughts. I tend to be very passionate about this, and sometimes I tend to go very quickly because most of you guys can keep up, and if you've been following me for any time, you have a general familiarity for how this is. So I challenge you right now, pick something in your life that you would like to experience. It could be more money, it could be more sex, it could be more love, it could be better body. It could be more, I don't know, having a tulpa. It could be astral travel. And just daily say to yourself during the day and as you fall asleep, I feel like having this experience. I feel like having this experience. I feel like having the experience. I feel like having the experience. And when you do that, things are going to start shifting for you. Now, another thing that's very important for you to understand, I get very passionate about this, and this is where most people get really fucked up because they lose track. They don't understand what's happening. No one tells them this, right? The minute you start saying, like, I feel like having this experience, I feel like having this experience, you're going to be causing a resonant frequency within yourself. All your thoughts, everything in your life vibrates at a certain harmonic frequency, all right? So say, for instance, you are, you're poor and you're struggling or something like that, or maybe you're sick or you're injured. The minute you start holding the feeling, I have this experience, I would like to experience a healthy body, I would like to experience a healthy body, you're going to start a frequency. A frequency is going to start resonating within you and around the environment. Anything that's preventing you from moving into that new frequency is going to be disassembled. Most of the time what that is a belief. So say, for instance, you start saying, I feel like making $100,000 a month. I feel like experiencing $100,000 a month. I feel like experiencing $100,000 a month. Once you start doing this, the frequency is going to start to make things come apart in your brain, beliefs come apart in your brain. As these beliefs come apart, you're going to experience them as a form of a clearing, like extreme anger, extreme depression, extreme anxiety. This is usually what happens, and this is usually why people give up. But usually what's happening is that you're deconstructing a fear-based belief within yourself, which is preventing you from having the reality you want. With most people is they'll do the feeling for a day, right? And then the next day or the day after, they'll start feeling angry and depressed and frustrated. And they're like, this will never work. This will never happen. They start getting really depressed and angry and crazy, and they just give up. But not understanding that it's actually working. Right when you start to experience those really powerful negative emotions, it's because those beliefs are coming apart. They're being brought to the surface. You see, every fear-based belief that you have, you're keeping it because you believe it keeps you safe. On some dark level, you believe that this belief holding you back, you need it to keep you safe. However, that belief needs to be deconstructed so you can have the reality that you want. As it's being deconstructed on a very deep level, what's happening is that you're feeling fear, you're feeling anxiety because your safety blanket's being taken away. What will you do without your safety blanket? Most people feel all these emotions and then they just freaking lose it and they give up. They'll blame someone, they'll blame their teacher, they'll blame a friend, they'll blame society, they'll blame themselves, not understanding the process is working as you're feeling the anger. The same applies to the MP3s that you guys are listening to. Now, if you can just sit through this, sometimes it will last an hour, sometimes it will last a day, sometimes it will last a few days. But if you can just sit with it and be with it, understand that it's an emotion, it's a feeling, it's a belief that's coming to the surface and that it's being deconstructed. And if you look at it long enough, you'll find that, as with all fear-based beliefs, it's based upon believing in a lie. You're believing in something that is not true, never was true, never will be true, but you thought by believing in it, it would keep you safe. For example, you may have a belief that you need the help of a certain person to get somewhere in life. You may have the belief that you're restricted because of your race, your sex, your where you live. You may have a feeling, that belief that you're restricted because you don't have access to certain things. These beliefs, which cause you to believe you're restricted, on some level you're keeping them because you think that they keep you safe. You think that they keep you from getting in over your head or getting hurt or being attacked by society. But as you start to make this shift into a new reality, these beliefs must be deconstructed. And as they are deconstructed, that is where the anger comes from. That's where the depression comes from. And that is where most people give up. If you can just sit through that and understand that what you're feeling is a deconstruction of your fear-based beliefs, keeping you from having what you want, then like that, like magic, just like that, you're gonna go and you will experience the reality that you've always wanted. I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell, because this is information that is life-changing. When you integrate this fully within your subconscious mind, it's going to change everything. And I'm passionate about this because we are told nonsense. From the day we are born, we are given the incorrect language to speak. We're giving the incorrect way of looking at everything, which keeps us in a state of being in constant struggle. We're wondering, I'm asking God for help. I'm praying for help. I'm saying, please give me this. Please do that. If only I could get this job. If only I could hit the lottery. If only this person would help me. They don't understand how powerful the realities are, and they're actually creating a response within us. All of us, we're agreeing to co-create on some level. If the person cannot co-create with you, they will leave, and a person who can give you what you want will come in, or you will shift into a reality that gives you what you want. But I'm using the language, give you what you want, because it's been so indoctrinated into us. It will give you what you want to experience, what you would like to experience. So from now on, say to yourself every day, what would you like to experience? Would you like to experience a better love life? Would you like to experience a better body? Would you like to experience double income? Would you like to experience a new house, a new location? Would you like to experience a healthy body? All you have to say is, I would like to experience these things. And as you say these daily, in the morning and at night, you will create a feeling. And once that feeling happens, remember, any negative emotion that follows, it's because it's working. Be with it, look at it, and understand it's a fear-based thing. I'm very passionate about this, guys. I'm very passionate about you guys being empowered. So give me your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you're following with what I'm saying. If you want assistance in doing this, then check out my MP3s at harperhealing.com. MP3s for whatever you would like to experience. Is designed to extract those from your extract the negativity from your subconscious, remove the blocks from your subconscious so you can resonate from that frequency. If you want to work with me in person, go to harperhealingcoaching.com if you want to work one-on-one with me, and let me know your thoughts. You guys are awesome. You're really appreciated, and each and every one of you, the more you become empowered, the more it just enriches my life and makes me know I'm on the right track helping you guys. All right, stay healthy, stay strong, remember your power, stay empowered. All right, guys.